Welcome to episode 29 of the Rant and Banter Show. I'm Mike.
Damn, I'm Denny.
And this is the Week 15 prediction episode. Week 14 was very rough.
Yeah,
I
that
went
sucks.
7-7. Denny went 6-8. It was very bad. When you have a week where the Saints and the Titans both win, you know you're going to have a shit record.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah.
but
But
we are
damn,
back.
episode 29. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
already. Before we get started, I just want to thank everyone that checked out the Instagram and TikTok these past few weeks. We've been humming on that. We've been going live more. It's been cooking. And now, for all those Spotify listeners, welcome to the full episode, Week 15. We're going to get straight into it. No pauses, no breaks. We're going straight in, starting with Thursday night. The Falcons at the Bucks.
I guess I'll lead it off with that then.
Hey, go ahead.
I mean, the Falcons have not done anything all year pretty much. So every time I pick them, it doesn't work out. And the Buccaneers are a little banged up, but I'm taking the Bucks 24-20 over the Falcons.
I feel like every time you say 24-20, I go 28-24. I feel like that always happens. I'm going 28-24 Bucks because I think they need a bounce back week after losing to the Saints despite being banged up.
Yeah.
And also, it's a divisional matchup again, and the Falcons always play better against good teams. So, I think it'll be closer than people think. Give me 28-24. Next, we've got the Browns at the Bears.
Yeah, I mean, the Bears have surprised this season. I will say that. The Bears have looked good. I guarantee the Bears next year will be a high-rolling team because they have a good head coach. So I'm taking the Bears 28-21 over the Browns.
Okay. I think this one will be close because I think the Browns will give them a surprising run for their money. Give me 23-20 Bears. Next, we've got the Ravens at the Bengals. I think the Bengals are done now, right?
I think they are, but I'm going with the Bengals. They look like
Really?
the better. They look like the better offense right now, which is funny because Lamar Jackson has not looked good at all this year. Well, you don't hear him trying to get benched. That's all I know. I'm going with the Bengals. Joe Burrow's back. Joe Burrow's looking freaking good. Me and you said this last week. I don't think we didn't say we saw it when we were together, but not on the episodes. Honestly, if you could go off any quarterback healthy in the league that I would take Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Absolutely healthy. He's the best quarterback in the league, and I
Ice
don't care.
cold.
I don't care who wants to say otherwise. I mean, you can't. Burrow's freaking locked. Like,
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the Bengals look much better than the Ravens, but the Ravens need to win to
but
stay with the Steelers.
every time they need to win, they don't. Like their offense doesn't
Exactly.
show up.
I think
And
this was the toughest game to pick this week out of
yeah, I
all
can
the
see that.
games. Like you've got so many. I think this is a divisional week for the most part. I mean, you got
Yeah,
Chargers, Chiefs.
there's a lot of
Yeah,
divisional games.
I'm gonna go with since you went with the Bengals, I'm gonna go with the Ravens.
We
Fuck
did
it.
this. We did this 2 weeks ago, right? Where I went with the Ravens, you went with the Bengals.
Oh, now we're switching.
Yeah,
All right. Well, who won last time?
the Bengals.
All right. So good. I'm going with the Ravens then, 30-27. I think this will be their week where they
Shit, I
bust
didn't even
out.
tell you my score. I went 31-27.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Next, we've got the Chargers at the Chiefs. The Chiefs, who are 6-7 right now, and the Chargers, who just beat the Eagles in overtime.
Yeah. Honestly, this might be a pretty good game for the weekend. Uh, and I am honestly going to go with the Chiefs, 24-21 over the Chargers.
That's very close to mine. I went with the Chiefs winning as well. I think this is the perfect game for everyone thinks the Chargers are so hot right now, but then they face a divisional opponent, which anything can happen in divisional games. Look at last week, Saints Bucks, and I think the Chiefs win 23-20. I think it's a close game. Probably comes down to a field
Yeah,
goal.
definitely. Yeah.
Next, we've got the Bills at the Patriots.
Another pretty good game for the weekend. I mean, that should be a really good game. But I am going to go Bills 34 against the Patriots that score 31. I think it'll be a
Ooh.
close game, but I think the Bills pull it out at the end.
All right. I think the Bills also win. Listen, the Patriots have had a very easy schedule. And I'm not saying they're bad, but I'm just saying they haven't played enough good teams to the point where they go into a divisional matchup against one of the best teams in the league. And you could say all you want about how they're inconsistent this year, but when it comes down to it, yes, the Patriots did beat them the first time, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You know how hard it is to sweep a divisional opponent, much less a divisional opponent that's only a few games back from you and is 8-5 or 9-4 or whatever.
Yeah,
Also, a team that's led by Josh Allen. No, I think the Bills win this easily. If you're making a parlay with 3 guaranteed winners, I would go with the Bills this week.
yeah.
Honestly, give me the Bills 30-24. Next, we've got the Commanders at the Giants.
Honestly, like even that could be a good game, even though the teams both are ass. But
Yeah.
no, but I'm gonna go with the Giants. I think the Giants will win 21-17 over the Commanders because I think
Oh
I
my
think
God.
I think Jaden Daniels. I don't think they're gonna play him because did
They
he go out
shouldn't.
last week? And they shouldn't because you don't want to get him hurt. There's no
Yeah, look at
need for them
Ertz.
to play. Yeah,
It's another gruesome injury.
yeah. I think he
Zach
might be done.
Ertz. I think he might be done, like
Yeah,
retired.
don't. Yeah,
Yeah, that was brutal. Why do we keep seeing those horrific injuries this season?
I don't know.
This is
There's
like the
been a
fifth
lot.
time.
There's been a
Yeah.
lot.
I do think the Giants win it as well. This is the mid bowl right here. I think the Giants win. I actually said 21-16.
Yeah.
I don't know how we're doing this. And next we've got the Raiders at the Eagles.
Let's go. Fuck this game. No,
I'm gonna pick the Raiders.
I mean, that's not a bad pick. Would be the Raiders, honestly, but uh,
No, I'm going Philly. Come on.
see, I want to go Philly, but this game you know how this season is reminding us so much in 2023. They go in, the Eagles play a 3-12 Cardinals team and fucking lose. I think the Raiders are what 2-10,
They're like 2-12.
something. I don't know what it is, but it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
The Eagles need to win this fucking game. Let's be real.
Yes, they
They need
do.
to win the fucking game. I'm gonna pick the Birds 28-14, like 28-14 over the Raiders. They need to win the fucking game. If they don't, I don't fucking know. I don't know what to say anymore.
We're gonna end this show. I am shocked these past few weeks how you've been picking the Eagles to get more than 20.
Yeah,
It amazes me.
I'm in hope. I'm in hope of them, realizing what the fuck they're doing, and
Well,
because
I think,
they're a very capable offense to score fucking 40 points, but they
yeah,
fucking don't.
you'd think, right? Based off of what I've seen since the bye week, I do think the Eagles will win against all odds. They've lost 3 straight. They look like the worst team in the league. What is it? They've had the second fewest touchdowns with those weapons in the offense. Yeah, just shaking your head. Give me
Yeah.
the Eagles winning early 16-13.
You know what's gonna happen? That's probably what it's gonna be.
That's what it's going to
It's
be.
gonna be. It's gonna be the ugliest, most like horrific game to watch, and they're gonna win like fucking 13-10 or some dumbass score like that, where it's like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yep.
I
My
mean,
first bet on this entire year is going to be the Eagles beating the Raiders by 3 points, both scoring in the teens. That's what it's going to be.
yeah,
That's what it's
you
going to
heard it
be.
here. You heard it here first. That's what it's
Yep.
gonna be.
Next, moving on from that, we've got the Colts at the Seahawks. The Colts, who have just hired and brought on a 44-year-old grandfather with 20 kids, Philip Rivers.
I don't know what to say about it. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the Colts season kind of took the ugliest turn it could ever go on for them because they gave up 2 first-round picks for Sauce Gardner. Is he out? Is he
I
out
think he
really?
is.
Daniel Jones. They decided to play Daniel Jones with a fractured fibula on his left leg. Ends up tearing his Achilles on his right foot. I think it was. Is that what happened?
Something like that. It was something
Um.
tragic.
So their answer to their prayer is signing Philip Rivers out of retirement at 44 years old, and
Why
he is a
not?
grandfather. He is a grandfather. But good for them. The Colts. Yeah. Other than that, I'm taking the Seahawks 28-20 over the Colts. That's if the Colts even score 20 points.
Who's their quarterback right now? Because Philip Rivers, you said, can't play.
It's Riley Leonard. He was the quarterback of Notre Dame last year.
He might be the answer.
He wasn't bad for Notre Dame.
Listen,
I didn't see how he did. I didn't see how he fared in last week's game after Daniel Jones went down.
one thing I'm thinking about right now is the Seahawks have no tape of him in the NFL.
Yeah, he's a very
So
run heavy quarterback. So
mix that with Jonathan Taylor.
yeah,
So I originally
could there be a Colts upset with a rookie quarterback?
I don't know, like that would be the thing. It's at Seattle as well. I'm still going to take the Seahawks, but my original pick was 30-16 Seahawks. I'm going to change it to 30-20 now.
Yeah,
I'm
I
going to give
mean
them
it's
some points on that.
honestly, I don't know what to expect out of them because, like you said, it's a quarterback they have no tape on unless you watch Notre Dame football. Which, if you're in PA, if you're around here, I don't know, you don't really watch Notre Dame football. So,
Yeah.
I mean, he's a good athletic quarterback. He has a decent arm. It'll be interesting.
Next, we've got the Lions at the Rams.
This is going to be a good game. It should be a good game because honestly, the Lions are looking better. And the Rams are kind of like letting off the gas a little bit. Like they're not as like I mean they're still playing good football ever since they lost to the Panthers though. It's like they're
Yeah, I
getting
just
back
feel like
to
they
it.
don't get talked about enough. I mean, listen, they're the best team in the league. We're not discrediting them. I think they're the best team in the league. But the Lions, this is one of those games where it's like maybe Detroit wins in the regular season and the Rams beat them in the postseason.
Yeah, but no, I'm going with the Rams though. One because they're home, and also, I mean that's not the only reason. But 28-24, I think it'll be a close game. I think the Lions are playing better football. Honestly, it all depends on what kind of Jared Goff they get.
Better football than they were, not better football than the Rams, right?
Better football than they were. Yeah,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
yeah.
I think the Rams win too. You said 28-24. I'm saying 30-24. We're back to having similar scores again. Which, going back to it, we're halfway through these games right now. You closed the gap this past week in dead on. We've got 4 weeks left. And right now, you have 802 points and I have 807.
Shit, man! If I could have got some
5
fucking wins.
points. Yeah. 5 points apart going into the final 4 weeks. It's getting very close. Yeah, I'm taking 30-24 for the Rams, though. I think they win this game. It's not a guarantee, but if the Lions do win, it's almost a guarantee that the Rams beat them in the postseason.
Yeah.
Next, we've got the Cardinals at the Texans.
Yeah, the Texans are winning.
Yeah,
And the Texans
this
will
ain't
win
this ain't
34 to 17. Yeah. I'm
34-17.
going. Yeah.
I think it's going to be that sort of a blowout, but lower scoring. I think the Texans get 23, which doesn't sound like a lot, but they're going to hold the Cardinals to 10.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm saying
23-10.
that's a lock for a parlay right there that the Texans beat the Cardinals.
Oh, yeah. Add that to the Bills Patriots. There's no way the Patriots beat the Bills twice, right?
I don't think so.
There's no way.
Also, the Bills have been playing spotty football though at the same time, but just my
That's
opinion.
true, but I don't know. We'll see. Next, we've got the Jets at the Jags. Come on.
Somehow the Jaguars actually looking like a good football team. I don't know. Yeah, but I'm going to go with the Jaguars over the Jets, 31 to 17. I think the Jets. I don't know why the Jets are playing decent football now, but they should stop because they want to
Yeah,
get a better draft pick. But no,
this
I
is
think
what they do.
The Jaguars are one of those sleeper teams like we were talking about. That honestly, I didn't even know they were 9-4. I really
No,
didn't.
me neither.
And there's another team
I've got
on
a
here I didn't
similar
know that was
score.
9-4.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. I've got a similar score again. I've got 27-17. I think the Jags win this pretty easily.
So then your
Jets just
parlay.
got, yeah, add that to the parlay as well. It's
Yeah.
another easy game right there. And to finish off the easy games, maybe we've got the Panthers at the Saints. But the Saints just did beat the Bucks. Do they have
Saints.
2 wins in a row?
The Saints are actually looking pretty good. I mean, not pretty good. They're just, I mean, better
Pretty
than what they
lucky.
were.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a division game, but I'm going with the Panthers. I'm going to go with the Panthers 24 to 17 over the Saints.
Wow.
Why? What do
I
you
went
got?
24. I went 24-20. What are we doing right now? Ay, ay, ay. All right. So, next game, there's not much to talk about that game. I think the Panthers just win. That's all I'm
Hmm.
going to say.
I'm
Next,
telling
we've
you,
got the
The Panthers are
Packers.
going to be a contender next year. They will.
I agree. Yeah, definitely. Next, we've got the Packers at the Broncos. Now, before we talk about this game, I'm going to tell you something. Last week, you said the Broncos would beat the Raiders 24-14, and you put that game down as your double points.
Yeah.
That was your double point game. With like 5 seconds to go in that game, it was 24-14, your exact score. They were already down by 2 possessions. There was no way they were winning it.
It's all this shit. They kicked a fucking field goal.
The
I totally
spread,
forgot about that.
the spread was the
What,
Raiders
seven and a
plus eight
half?
and a half,
8.5?
and the over was 40.5. And they were at 38. They kicked the field goal. It was a meaningless field goal. You could say, oh, it's to, help their score out, make it a closer game. You never know if there's 1 second left, they can kick an onside kick or something. No. That was Vegas 100% on that. So if the over would have been 43.5, if the Raiders plus 6.5 or something, if it would have been anything like that, and they didn't go for a field goal, and instead they logically go for a touchdown, because obviously you want to get a touchdown before a field goal. They want to call it a
Yeah,
meaningless field goal. Go for a Hail Mary or something, then kick. Like, you know what I mean? It's just
yeah.
stupid. There were many opportunities where they didn't have to go for a field goal with, like, because I thought a field goal was like 4 seconds goes off the clock, but no, all 5 seconds are gone. And they thought, oh, maybe we get a second left kick and onside. No, you would have gotten a dead on score, your third of the year, and it would have been double points. That would have been crazy because you would have gotten 10 and 10 from both of the scores. You would have gotten 4 from the correct team. You would have gotten the 5 bonus from dead on plus another 5 because it's double points. So you would have gotten 34 points from that one game. Instead, you still got 20 from that because you got 10, 6, and 4. So you still got 20. But that one game gave you 20 points, and that's the reason why you're only 5 points behind right now.
So I would have been. Oh my god, I would be beating you. I would be fucking beating you.
You'd be beating me by like 10 points right now. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So just remember, Vegas sold you. If you lose by 2 points this year, if you lose by 4 points, it's because Vegas screwed you over this game. It's crazy.
I didn't even realize that. I didn't even realize that.
But going back to the game, we've got the Packers at the Broncos. I've got a shocker, and I think you do as well.
Yeah, I got the Packers taking this game, 27-21 over the Broncos.
You've learned now. You learned that they only score 27.
Yeah, I did.
I've got the Packers getting 27 as well. I think they beat the Broncos 27-24. Listen, I think the Broncos are very good. I think the Packers are very good. I think they're both top 2. Nah, Packers are probably the third best team in the NFC. Broncos, I would say, are the first or second best in the AFC. But I do think the NFC is much more stacked than the AFC this year. So give me the Packers over the Broncos. If they play in the playoffs, I would probably take the Packers as well. Next, we've got the Titans at the 49ers. I mean, come on.
That's the other team that I think is like you don't hear anything about the Niners. Like you don't, and they're what 9-4.
Yeah, they're very injured.
But I will be taking the Niners over the Titans 33-17.
33-17. Wow. All right. I've got a pretty big margin as well. I think the Niners win 27-14.
Okay.
2 more games here. We've got, I think, the Sunday night game. We've got the Vikings at the Cowboys.
Yeah, the Cowboys are winning 27-14 over the Vikings.
I've got 27-20. Nice. This is crazy. Like the past, how many games we've got one or more scores similar. It's weird. Next, we've got the Dolphins at the Steelers. This is the amazing Monday night game that I won't be watching.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Steelers 24-21 over the Dolphins.
Dude, I've got 24-17. I'm going to send you this right now because this is insane. I've got the same exact scores in almost every game. I guess it helps me because then I can stay above you, but if I could definitely see your scores hitting as well. Let's hope not.
No, I mean, and that's the hard thing is picking the scores for these games. That's what it is. It's like kind of easy picking the winner, but picking the scores where it's difficult.
Exactly, because that's where most of the points come in. You could guess the correct team to win, but if I get the wrong team, but one of my scores are really close, I get more points than you. You know?
Yeah.
Which maybe I'll have to balance that out next year. Like, you only get points from a game if you get the winner right or something. I don't know. Well, we might have to make a little
Adjustment.
a little adjustment. We'll see. We'll see. This is our first year trying it. Which, quick disclaimer, we don't discuss the scores before these episodes. We're hearing it for the first time when we're saying it. So,
yeah,
that's why. But, yeah, those are all of our picks. If you guys want to leave picks as well with us, we post these every Wednesday or Thursday on our page on TikTok and Instagram at Rant and Banter. Look us up, Rant, the letter N, Banter. Leave your predictions in the comments of those posts, and we see them. We will save them. They're locked in, and if you get one right, we're going to post it. No one's gotten it right so far.
I just want more
Wrapping
people
up
to
the predictions, though.
be a part of it. More people got to throw
be a
their
part of
scores
it.
out there. Yeah.
Yeah, because if you get it right, you can flaunt it to everyone you know. And wouldn't you want to do
We'll put
that?
you out there. We'll put you out there on our social media. It'll be out there for all, I mean, very select few, but for right now.
To the masses. The masses is like a group of 10 people. But wrapping up the predictions, moving on. We've got 3 main topics to talk about. 2 involving Philly and 1 not. We kind of covered the one that doesn't involve Philly, so we'll talk about it first. It deals with a Phil, not a Philly, but a Philip Rivers. New Colts quarterback, 44 years old, oldest quarterback in the league. Why? Why? If your
I
season's falling
honestly,
apart, would you trust a young college up and comer who's probably on your practice squad, or would you trust Philip Rivers? Is he there just to coach this young guy?
my whole thing is with that is Anthony Richardson, is he hurt or are they just not wanting him to play?
I think he's got to be hurt, right? Because why would you do that?
I don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand that. But
Yeah,
honestly, I don't know who's more at fault here, Philip Rivers or the Colts. Like the Colts wanting to bring in Grandpa to play quarterback, or Philip Rivers wanting to go back to getting tackled by big, strong guys.
first week of
Because
January, Philip Rivers versus the Texans. Can't wait.
like I honestly don't know what's going through either of their heads. Like it doesn't make sense to me. But I mean, to each is their own, I guess. Like they'll, I don't know what. I guess they're just grasping at straws here. There has to
At
be
this
other
point, I
quarterbacks
mean,
out there.
you would think.
Like, but yeah, no.
I
Philip
mean,
Rivers is 44 years old. Is a grandfather. Uh, has what? How many kids? How many?
probably 20. Let's look it up.
But yeah, no. I mean, it'll be interesting to see what they do because, like I was saying earlier in the episode, is Riley Leonard is the rookie quarterback out of Notre Dame. He's not a bad quarterback to fill, at least fill out the rest of the season. And like you were saying, maybe that's what they need though, because no one has tape on him yet. He kind of does play a little bit like Daniel Jones. The more I think about it,
Yeah. Well, 10 years ago, yeah.
what do you mean? Like I'm talking about
Where
Riley
are we
Leonard.
talking about? Oh, sorry. I thought we were talking about Philip Rivers still. Sorry, I was looking up. He has 10 kids and
10.
one
Okay.
grandkid. So that's enough for a roster on a team.
Yeah. Look at that.
Sorry, I'm just reading the list. Yeah, talking about I would rather have Riley Leonard. Maybe they're bringing in Philip Rivers just to be a mentor.
That
Maybe.
might be a
But that
possible
kind of
move.
squanders it because didn't Philip Rivers sign on to the Chargers for a 1 year deal just to retire with them?
I think so.
Yeah, so is he gonna have to like re-sign with them for another year to retire again?
I don't know. I saw someone was talking about that. Is that going to affect him getting in the Hall of Fame? Like, will he have to push
Yeah, he's
back
gonna have to
another
wait
5
another.
years?
Yeah, he's gonna have like 10 more kids by then. Do you even remember? I wonder if he like connects to each of them on an emotional level, or if he just like kind of names them by number. Like, what are we doing at this point? Like,
No, it's
10 kids.
honestly that's a lot of names to remember, a lot of birthdays to remember,
Yeah,
a lot of everything.
I think an NFL quarterback is the worst person to be a father of 10. He's got to have memory loss at this point from all the hits he takes. Like, how many times a day does he mix up their names? Over under 6.5. It's got to be over. I'm taking the over on that. That's crazy.
It has to be, honestly, you think about it, it has to be pretty many. Like, because you think about it, they
It's
probably
got
all
to. I
look
mean,
kind of similar too. They kind of look similar,
yeah.
probably. Like,
I just imagine like a whole horde of Philip Rivers faces on children running around. Which I guess most of them are grown now. One of them's like I think 20. I think their oldest is 23, but still, Jesus. Like the oldest probably has no connection to the youngest. Like
oh,
there's probably
probably
like a
not. No,
20-year age gap. They're like, I don't know this
probably.
shit. Like you had your first Christmas. I remember my first Christmas 20 years ago. Like, oh my god. Sorry, we're talking way too long about Philip Rivers' kids. Let's move on. That's just I would never have 10. Moving on though, I
I
think
guess let's move on
last
to.
statement.
Are
Yeah,
you
let's
about?
move on to whatever you want to talk about.
I say move on to some good news in Philadelphia, out of Philadelphia. The Phillies have re-signed Kyle Schwarber. Woo! The only thing I hope is that hopefully he is hitting home runs and not striking out in the playoffs going forward. Because,
Oh yeah, this
like,
is
yeah,
the
he hits
best news I
bombs
could have
during the
heard.
season.
Yeah, I love that during the regular season. Listen, this is probably the second best news we could have gotten from the Phillies. The first being they get a new hitting coach. Besides that, hey, Schwarber's back. 150 million for 5 years, whatever. Who cares about money?
Honestly,
Everyone's
that's
got
not
money.
bad. If you think about it, that's honestly not a
No.
bad contract for him. It really isn't.
He he rejected an offer from the Pirates that was more.
Yeah, because he wants to be in Philly. It's where it is.
He's the GOAT for that.
Probably the next person that's going to be re-signing with the Phillies is JT Realmuto, depending on how much he re-signs. But yeah, I think you're gonna see a lot of moves out of Philadelphia this offseason. I think you're gonna see a lot of trades. No, Castellanos is either gonna get traded or released.
Yeah,
Which I have a
Castellanos is
feeling,
gone.
yeah, no one is gonna trade for him if they know the Phillies are gonna release him. So they're just gonna wait for him to get released.
Yep.
And I would not be
Which is
surprised
stupid on the
if
Phillies part. Really quick, that's
Yeah,
really stupid on the Phillies
it's
part
very
because
stupid. They shouldn't have said that. They shouldn't have said
yeah,
that. Um, but the other thing is Marsh and Bone will probably be traded away this offseason.
that makes me sad.
And yeah, but when you know it's time to end it, it's time to end it. The other thing I can see is Harrison Bader signing back for a 2-year, $20 million contract,
Like
or
that.
something around that. I think that's what he wants, is a 2-year, $20 million contract, and the Phillies should be able to give him that. I mean, it's not a bad
Yeah.
deal, and honestly, he honestly is like a little spark plug in the lineup too. What else out there? So with them moving on from probably Marsh and Castellanos, I see them going after an outfielder. I see Justin Crawford probably being brought up. Uh, Andrew Painter will probably hopefully be in the starting rotation this year, because the sad thing is I don't see Ranger Suarez coming back, which kind of sucks because he's a 1.4 ERA in the postseason, which is insane for a pitcher. 1.4 ERA, that's unheard of. But sadly, he will probably
I,
not be coming back to the Phillies. But that means Andrew
I
Painter
really
has to
hope
be
it
brought up.
does.
He
Yeah.
needs to be
Yeah,
brought
he
into the
has to be.
rotation. I'm getting tired of these players being down so long, and it's like, what the hell are we waiting for? Like, so hopefully that means Justin Crawford and Painter are up at the beginning of the season. But that also leaves out a right fielder spot, which I think I would love for the Phillies to go after Kyle Tucker. I think you add him to that right fielding position, or Cody Bellinger too. Cody Bellinger is a good opportunity, like a good player to have there too. And that lineup would be great.
Yeah.
Um, Other than that, I saw some of the rumors with Ketel Marte, the second baseman from the Diamondbacks, being a possible trade to the Phillies, which I wouldn't mind that. And honestly, I feel like they would probably move him to third because he's a good third baseman too. He can play all over the infield. Stott
Yeah.
kind of had, if you can get a good season from Stott, Stott had a down season, so see if you can get him back to his
Yeah.
glory.
Yeah, Stott's fine. He didn't have a good year, but to be fair, a lot of players didn't last year. I think Harper had a down year by his
Harper had
standards.
a down year too, and hopefully Dave Dombrowski is kissing his ass now, because what he said about him is not something you want to say to your star player in the
Idiot.
clubhouse.
Yeah.
That's why the Red Sox let him go. Uh, but yeah, no. At least we got one good part of the Phillies offseason started now, so we'll see what they go from here on out. All I know is they got Duran at least for another season. They got Luzardo for another season. So those two right there are good pitchers to have. And Jose Alvarado will be back from his suspension, so that'll be a good bullpen depth there. I think they
Yeah.
need to get better bullpen arms, and hopefully they do that.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my
Let's
little
hope.
spiel on the Phillies.
Yeah, I got to give them something in the off season. I don't want to
Yeah,
talk about them till March, to be fair, but at least Schwarber coming back is good news. Maybe we'll speak about them again if Ranger gets re-signed, but besides that, it's going to be a depressing next few months because you're going to see
yeah,
heads dropping.
I see JT signing. I don't know about Ranger. I saw Pete Alonso sign with the Orioles, which, eh. Edwin Diaz signed with the fucking Dodgers. The Dodgers still have more fucking money. Doesn't make any sense to me. I think it's a
Of course
3-year,
they do.
$60-some million contract. They already have a closer, and he's Japanese. Like, I don't know what the hell they're
Yeah.
doing. Like, they need a cap in baseball. That's all I know. They need to get a cap in baseball,
Yes, they
because
do.
there's teams that can't.
They need a
There are teams that
ceiling
legit
and they need a
cannot
floor.
compete. Yeah, there's teams that cannot compete because certain areas have more money, and the Rockies aren't going to be able to compete with the Dodgers ever because they don't have the money. So good for you, Dodgers. Way to ruin baseball because you want to just keep buying and buying.
Yep, really appreciate
But
it. I
yeah,
can't wait for them to fall apart. Moving on
well,
though,
that team,
we're gonna go
whoever
from
owns the team, whoever owns that team in like 10 years, they're fucked, because
oh yeah,
all that
absolutely. They're like
deferred money is gonna hit them, and it's gonna be like the Dodgers are gonna suck
yeah,
for 10 years, and it'll be great.
yeah. If
That's
anyone
why they get for.
listening is solely if anyone listening is solely a bandwagon fan, jump on the Dodgers bandwagon, but while you still can, because they're gonna be ass in 10 years.
No, because eventually it's going to catch up to them, because they keep on deferring all their fucking money. Like Shohei is owed after, I think, what year in his contract is it, like the eighth season? Something weird.
Something like that.
He's only getting paid.
Yeah,
He's only getting paid like $2 million a season right now. But once it hits like that year, he's owed like three
yeah,
hundred million at like on the spot. Like, or I
yeah.
think it's like, or it might be 600 million, something like that. Good luck.
Moving on, though, we've got one more topic to cover, and it's the topic you've all been dreading. And if you've made it this far, you've got to be an Eagles fan, so we got to talk about it.
Yeah, listen, I
all
know
the
we talk about the Eagles a lot
controversy.
lately, but we have to.
Yeah, all the controversy surrounding Jalen Hurts. And we're not going to spend too much time on it. We're just going to kind of give a breakdown. We're each going to
We
give our
say
own
this
opinions
now,
on how
but
we
it'll
feel.
be another 25 minutes of talking because we're gonna get on a
Let's hope
fucking
not.
rant.
Let's hope not. All I'm going to say is, because I know you have statistics written down, if just try to like try
I
to
don't
keep
with
it.
me, but
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
have
that's fair.
to. We'll
We're
have to
actually going
get
to be
that.
talking about we're going to talk about the statistics tomorrow when we go live on TikTok at Rant and Banner. But I know you've got a lot to say about the Jalen Hurts subject, so I'm just going to say my little bit, and then you can talk about yours as well, maybe in a condensed form, and we can rant more about it off camera just to save the viewers a lot of negativity. What I'm going to say is people want Jalen Hurts benched for Tanner McKee. Jalen Hurts, a Super Bowl MVP. Jalen Hurts, someone that took the Eagles to 2 Super Bowls. Jalen Hurts that is very conservative with the ball. He had 5 turnovers, which is not good. He had 4 interceptions, which is not good. But you want to bench him for that. He's faced more criticism than any quarterback I've ever seen, personally, I've ever seen. People hate Brady. People hate Mahomes. People hate these quarterbacks, but they don't critique like they do on Hurts. Every little thing. When you think of the 3 greatest quarterbacks of all time, name 3 off the top of your head. When you think of great quarterbacks,
I mean, only because I've been around for only 26 years, I can only talk about the quarterbacks that I grew up around. And I mean, Brady's obviously there. Manning was always a good one. I mean, I guess you could say Mahomes, but I feel like Mahomes hasn't been around long enough. You can put him there, but I would say Mahomes maybe.
okay.
But yeah,
Mahomes threw 4 interceptions in college. He never threw it in the NFL, but he did throw 4 interceptions in college, which you could say the skill level was it was worse back then, but we're not going to get into that. Tom Brady, the greatest of all time, threw 4 interceptions 6 separate times in his career. Granted, he's had a longer career than
shit.
Hurts, but he hasn't. Hurts has been in the league for what, 5 years now. He's only had a 4 interception game once. So by that
But
standard, then
if you're talking about Brady, isn't Brady's like he's one of Hurts' biggest fans? I think out there, isn't he?
he is.
I think Brady loves Jalen Hurts. I know that.
Yeah. Peyton Manning has thrown 4 interceptions in a single game 6 times as well. The gunslinger, 4 interceptions 6 times. And that's just to
Oh
name a
yeah,
few.
the
Russell
sheriff.
Wilson, yeah. Russell Wilson, 4 interceptions in a game. A lot of these great quarterbacks have done it. I would love to see the
Did
headlines after those games.
question for you, and I'm not coming at any particular fan base out there when I say this, and you might have to look it up. I could be mistaken, but didn't Justin Herbert throw 4 picks in a playoff game last season, or it was pretty damn close? It was a lot. I could be wrong, but it was at least 2 or 3 interceptions in the playoffs last year.
In the AFC wild card, he threw 4 interceptions.
Yeah, see, and Justin Herbert is so good. He's so good, but he hasn't done shit in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Now I'll let you continue, Mike. You can keep going.
Has Jalen Hurts ever thrown 4 interceptions in a game that mattered? In a playoff game? No. No, he has not. He's outplayed Mahomes. He's outplayed every quarterback he's played against. I would love to see stats. Maybe all of them aren't better, but he's not been bad in the playoffs. Maybe the Bucks that one year. Maybe. But when it
That
comes to
is was that his
getting
first year
to the
starting?
Super Bowl, yeah, I think it was. So I didn't count that, to be honest.
And also, I think
When it comes to the
2023.
Super Bowls, the grandest stage of them all, he's outperformed the arguably 2nd greatest quarterback of all time twice. So one bad game, which by the way, what does he have now? 6 picks this year total?
Yeah. Well, his
6.
average a year, his average year of interceptions is also like around 6 or 7, I think. So just so you know.
Yeah. Yeah. So when you want to say he's terrible, he's washed, he's a stat patter. He's a Super Bowl
He's the
MVP. At the end of the
least.
day, I'd rather
He's
have a
the
Super Bowl
least.
MVP.
Yeah, he's the least stat padding quarterback in the fucking league.
Yeah,
Like
he's like, oh, he gets rushing touchdowns from the tush push all the time. That's not stat padding. That's a smart play that they just use all the time, and
that's
it
to
can't
win
be
that's
stopped.
to win a
I don't want
fucking
to. I don't.
football
Yeah,
game.
yeah, yeah. Josh Allen stat pads. All right, I don't want to talk about it. Mahomes stat pads. Moving on. I'm done. All I'm going to say is Hurts had one bad game. I'm not giving up on him. And if you think he should be benched, you do not know football. You don't know football at all. And that's all I'm going to
No,
say.
and that's the truth. And I'll piggyback off of that now since I'll probably rant a little bit here because I don't understand the hate on him. I really don't. He has to be one of the most humble quarterbacks in the league. Doesn't flop, doesn't complain, doesn't bitch, doesn't mope. I don't hear anything. I don't see anything from him that strikes me as a guy that's a terrible locker room guy. Um, Hard Knocks is fucking proving it for us. Like they want to say Hurts doesn't talk to his receivers. Hurts doesn't do this. He's on the bench by himself all the time. Hard Knocks legit showed he legit went up to Smitty after missing him on that fucking route against the Bears and said, "Oh, my bad. I thought you were gonna sit there. I didn't know you were gonna hit a slant." And he was like, he legit was saying, "I need to be better." That's him owning up to his shit. Hurts always does. He always gets faced with the most questions ever by a quarterback. This dude is built for Philadelphia. And if Philadelphia fans want to run him out over 2 bad games back to back weeks, because you want to take all the problems off of the actual problem being the coaching and put it now on your quarterback, when, if I'm mistaken, there's a receiver that's been complaining about getting the football and had 4 drop passes. 2 of those passes would have been touchdowns. 1 of those passes led to an interception. So, and I'm not coming at AJ Brown. I'm not, because I do like AJ Brown, but if he wants to complain, he got to make the plays. So, and Hurts, it's been thrown him. I feel like that's what they've been doing way too much now, is forcing AJ Brown the ball, because Devontae Smith isn't getting anything.
Seems like
And
they're
I'll tell you one
forcing
thing:
it.
that pass to Devontae Smith in overtime, that was a perfect fucking pass. The route, the pass, and everything. He hit it perfectly. As soon as Smith came behind the defender, it was right in his hands. It was like 3rd and 16 or something like that. So people want to say
Yeah,
that,
that was a
oh,
nice play.
we should bench. He also had another one that would have been a touchdown, but someone dropped it. Anyway, but Philly fans want to call for Hurts to be benched for Tanner McKee. All WIP is saying some shit too. I get it. You want to mix up the stuff, but the first time you do that, the first time you take your Super Bowl MVP quarterback out of the starting lineup, you better say goodbye to him, because he is not going to play for you ever again.
Yep,
I
he's
know
gonna lose
everyone in that
all the
organization knows that.
respect. Yep,
He's going to be
yep,
done. He's going to be like, all right, I'll go somewhere else.
yep.
And honestly, Hurts has earned to have some leash to everything, because he has taken the Eagles to 2 Super Bowls, won one, has outperformed Mahomes twice, has had, is it 4? Yeah, 4 different play callers in the NFL so far. Five if you count Doug
Sirianni,
Peterson.
Steichen. Yeah, Peterson, because Sirianni was a play caller at one point. Steichen, Johnson, Kellen Moore, Patullo.
So 6. That's 6 in the span of 5 seasons in the NFL. But you want to say, oh, Hurts is the issue. Hurts is this. He's not doing well. You want to say he's Russell Wilson 2.0. Honestly, I think people need to just shut up and realize. And I have a list of stats, and I wish I had it, because honestly, him passing wise this season, he's going to be putting up solid numbers compared to other seasons. The thing that drags on him is his rushing. His rushing is down this year, and I honestly, that is play calling. You know, you have a mobile quarterback, and that helps with the run game, and you're not running him. Also, the O line can't block for shit. Maliotti got to stay off the fucking podcast after a game and start fucking doing blocking drills or something, because you have a
Yeah,
big play and it gets pulled back because he holds. I the O line has not been good this year, and honestly, the Eagles better spend the first 3 picks next year on O line help.
I agree. I
Honestly, I
agree.
don't know what else to say about Hurts. Although I'm getting tired of hearing the Hurts. All the dude does is, honestly, I want to see what Allen, I want to see what Lamar, I want to see what Mahomes would do in Philadelphia underneath all this pressure, because I don't think they would do well. Why isn't Lamar getting talked about? He's had, and I know because I had the dude on fucking fantasy 4 or 5 weeks in a row of sucking ass. Like,
Yeah,
why isn't he getting talked about being fucking benched? Because you know, as soon as you do that, he's gonna be out the fucking door. So you're fine with letting Hurts
mm-hmm.
walk out the door for in hopes of Tanner McKee, who knows what this kid brings. He's not a mobile quarterback, and him behind that O line that gives up pressure right away. Good fucking luck. Because one,
Yeah,
pressure
it's not a
and
good fit.
the receivers no, and the receivers not getting open. So if you want to say, oh, he has such a good arm, okay, let's see it, because he's going to get blitzed right away. The receivers aren't going to get open. Guess what it's going to look like? Hurts. So I don't know what people want. They want they want to have this Hall of Fame quarterback, MVP quarterback every season. And when your MVP quarterback is playing hero ball all the time, eventually hero ball fades out, because they can't do it. They can't do it without having good play calling. And my biggest thing is the first snap of the fucking game, you had Saquon Barkley lined up as a fucking receiver, not as a running back.
Do you remember when they took that timeout and they had all that time to come up with a play?
Oh yeah,
And what did they
yeah.
do? What did they end up
It
doing?
was like 10 seconds left. Was that at halftime? Was that before halftime? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, it was like they called a timeout because it was like they had an opportunity to score or something, and they took a timeout, and the best play they could come up with was like a dish to Smitty, and he got like 2 yards or something, or maybe he lost a
Oh, I know the
yard.
one you're talking about. They had one fucking
Yeah,
blocker in front of him too on fucking three defenders.
yeah.
If my math is mathing, three defenders to one blocker, is that gonna fucking work? No,
No, it's
no,
not. No. The amount of times I was trying to keep track of this. I lost track. The amount of times, the biggest issue with the Eagles is they need to capitalize on 1st and 10. First down, capitalize on that. Every single drive, with the exception of like 3 or 4 of them, they would get -1 yards, nothing, or like 2 yards, leaving you with a
and
second and
listen,
long, incomplete pass. Now you're third and long. The reason why they're like the worst team when it comes to 3 and outs, despite having a pretty good record, they can't capitalize on first down. It's the dumb
no.
play calling.
And the thing
And I
is,
think the
you're
biggest
not
issue this
looking
year
for
is it all stems down to play calling. Hurts playing worse, the O line, like, I think it all stems down to the play calling. It starts with play calling. It starts with trust. Hurts doesn't trust the play calling. Look at him, Smitty cutting up. I thought you were gonna stop. Oh, I threw it behind you. Oh, like they don't know the play. They don't trust the play calling. They don't know it. There's no chemistry between the caller and the quarterback and the rest of the
no,
team.
not at all.
It's all falling apart because of
And
that.
yeah, and this is how I go off that. Why is it every single time they break the huddle with less than 10 seconds on the play clock, play clock, and they're hiking the ball with 1 second left?
Clip it.
They're hiking the ball with 1 second left. Hurts last year was getting up to the line of scrimmage with 15 plus seconds left on the clock, so he can look, scan the field, look where there's going to be blitz coming from, where pressure's coming from. He could find out what he's going to do, call an audible quick. But no, he gets up there with 5 plus seconds off the clock on the clock, and he has no time to do it. So I'm just tired of the Hurts hate. And guess what? I'm riding or die. I'm riding and dying with him because I think he is a good quarterback. He's not a great quarterback. He's not. He's not. Let's be real. He's not Josh Allen. He's not Joe Burrow. He's not Mahomes.
I'm gonna say
He's
this. I'm
pretty
gonna
damn
say
close. He's
this.
pretty damn close to
He's not.
Lamar.
Yeah, he's not a once in a generation quarterback, and that's something that the Eagles fans are just gonna have to deal with. He's not a once in a generation quarterback, but he is a perfectly adequate game manager, a perfectly adequate conservative quarterback. He's everything a team needs to win a Super Bowl. He doesn't need to be Superman. He doesn't need to be Tom Brady, a once in a generation quarterback. He doesn't need to be Mahomes. He just needs to be a good game manager, a good conservative quarterback, and they'll be fine.
Honestly, talking about what you just said, do you think Brady is a once in a time generation talent? Like, do you think that? Because
You could
honestly,
say that, but
I
then
don't think
again,
he
the
is.
defense bailed him out in every Super Bowl.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I honestly see a lot of characteristics in play between the two. And I think that's why Brady likes Hurts so much, is because he sees himself in him. Because honestly, Brady was good, let's be real, but he wasn't this elite athlete, athletic quarterback. Brady couldn't run for shit, let's be real. He had a good arm. He was good at managing the game. He was good at finding and picking out how he's gonna run a play, but he wasn't like
That's
a
just
Josh
it.
Allen.
Yes. Yeah. And imagine because Brady never had like a great, like, you think of like Michael Vick, his speed. You think of Aaron Rodgers, his arm. He was like a little bit good at everything, but it was his like ability to control a game. And that's what Hurts does. Can you imagine
Mm-hmm.
if Hurts had the coaching staff that Brady did consistently for years and years
We
and
wouldn't
years
we
and
wouldn't be
years? The
having
same person.
and we wouldn't be having this
No.
benching Hurts
What needs to
conversation.
happen? What needs to happen is the office needs to go over Sirianni's head, bring someone in because this always happens. Nick Sirianni promotes Brian Johnson. They play like shit. They go over his head. They bring in Kellen Moore. Then he gets a better deal. He leaves. Sirianni picks someone. Patullo plays like he calls shit. They're gonna have to go over his head, pick someone else again, and this time keep them.
You almost need a quarter. You almost need a
And
coach
if they
that's
want
going
to
to get
leave,
fired this year.
yeah. And if they want to leave, pay him more because it's worth it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I
That's all
mean,
I'm gonna say.
no, and that's all.
I've got
That's all I
I've
have
got
to say
nothing
off
else.
that. No, all I'm saying is I'm tired of the Hurts hate. If you're a Philly fan and you're saying this shit, you're not a real true Philly fan. I'm just saying that right now because all the ups and downs Philly sports have had over the years, and you finally have a quarterback that's taken you to 2 fucking Super Bowls, and you want to bench him into the following season because of 2
Yeah,
fucking bad games.
yeah.
2. Because he's honestly
Be
played decent
grateful.
football. Looking at his, you want to talk about stats? His stats in the past this season have actually been better passing wise than prior seasons. So I don't know what the fuck you're saying. He had 2 bad games. I'll give him that. And I'm a big Hurts guy. He sucked the past 2 games. But to say you want to bench him is ridiculous, and it shouldn't be talked about. That's all I'm going to say.
Yep, yep. With that being said, we want to hear all of your opinions. If you're Eagles fans, if you're non-Eagles fans, just have a brain when you comment. Don't like resort to like
Don't be Joe
Neanderthal, like,
Giglio. Don't be
oh,
Joe
Hurts his
DeCamara.
ass. Yeah, yeah, all right. Be realistic because we want to hear what the people think. We want to hear if you're a Jags fan. We want to hear if you're a Chiefs fan. Like, sound off how you feel about Hurts. Sound off how you feel about Philip Rivers. Leave your comments on Spotify because we can see that. But pretty much go over to the Instagram, TikTok because we're much more active on that. I've got nothing else to
Yeah,
say. Make sure you check us out going
I
live
got
tomorrow. Make sure you comment your predictions with Dead On. And that's it for me.
I got nothing else. So thank you guys for watching us. Hopefully it's still entertaining and letting people know about it.